Jo from the library. Today I'm going to show you our third craft packet for summer. We're going to make cupcake liner flowers. From home you will need tape or glue and a pair of scissors. Inside your craft packet you will find your supplemental slip, which has book recommendations and songs and an early literacy tip. You'll also find 3 straws and 9 cupcake liners. So you will need 3 cupcake liners for each straw, and you have enough supplies to make 3 flowers. You can make less flowers and use more cupcake liners if you want your flowers fuller, or add some cupcake liners from home. So what we do is we count 3. 1, 2, 3, and you can do any combination you wish. Some have dots, some have stripes, and some are plain. And then you fold the cupcake liners in half, and you use your scissors to cut little slits. Make sure you don't cut all the way through, just on the pleated part. And I want to encourage parents to allow their children to use scissors as much as possible. Scissors are really great exercise for the hand. They really build those fine motor muscles, and that's what they're going to need to control a pen or pencil and to learn to write letters. So scissor work and also Play-Doh are great things to build your fine motor muscles. So you're just going to go all around the pleated part and cut little slits. So there I have all these little slits cut, and it's made a nice fringe. The next thing you want to do is make a little slit right in the middle, and that's where the straws are going to go through. Now we're going to thread the straw through all of our cupcake liners. You want to have the colored part going down. Like that. And then you're going to use your glue or your tape to bunch up the cupcake liner and secure it to the straw. I'm going to use some tape. So then you can fluff them a little bit, and there you have a flower that you can give to a neighbor. I have 5 book recommendations and an early literacy tip. The early literacy tip is, when reading together, families can support early language and comprehension skills by offering short sentence stems or sentence starters to help children share what they are thinking and learning. One to share with them is I wonder. Children have questions all the time, so this sentence stem builds on their natural curiosity and helps them express questions more clearly. You can ask what they wonder before, during, or after reading a story. An example is, I wonder what that boy is smelling in that bowl. What do you think it is? So our book recommendations, I'm going to start with Thank You, Omu by Oji Mora. Everyone in the neighborhood dreams of tasting Omu's delicious stew. One by one, they follow their noses toward the scrumptious scent. Omu offers a portion of her meal to everyone, and soon the pot is empty. Has she been so generous that she has nothing left for herself? This book about sharing and neighborliness has a special ending that made me cry. An author's note explains that Omu, pronounced Amu, means queen in the Igbo language of her parents, but growing up she used to use it for grandma. The colorful cut paper designs are also fabulous. The next book is Little Blue Truck Makes a Friend by Alice Schertle, illustrated by Jill McElmurray. Someone new moves into the neighborhood and all the animals are nervous and excited. Meeting new neighbors can be scary at first, but being kind and helping others feel welcome is always the right move. The rhymes are delicious and there is a hilarious spread where all the animals run and hide from the woodchuck's shadow. So it's a little bit of play on there he is, on the Groundhog Day. The third book is called Trouble. It's by Catherine Battersby. This is an amusing tale about stereotypes and prejudice that is a great teaching moment clothed in an outstanding read aloud. In the author's note, Catherine Battersby shares how she wrote Trouble after moving from Australia to Canada and discovering she was terrified of bears. She believes everyone deserves to be seen and celebrated for who they are, even bears. The mixed media illustrations are sweet, and there's a teapot featured in every page. She starts out with the teapots, and then you can hunt for all the teapots in the book. The third book is Rabbit's Gift by George Shannon, illustrated by Laura Dronzek. The author takes an ancient tale and transfers it to a lovely winter story. They are thinking and worrying about each other's survival in the cold winter months. An extra turnip gets shared from one neighbor to another. The illustrations are soft and gentle, and the animals have very expressive faces, and it's amusing to see how each animal moves the turnip in different ways. The last book recommendation is A Hat for Mrs. Goldman, a story about knitting and love by Michelle Edwards and illustrated by G. Bram Karras. This book is filled with intergenerational love, neighborliness, and warmth. Mrs. Goldman loves her Latina neighbor, Sophia. She knits hats for her and for all her neighbors. Sophia helps by making the pom-poms, but worries that Mrs. Goldman is so busy making hats for others that she'll leave her own head cold. Karras, the illustrator, learned to knit for this book. His end papers are garter stitches, uneven and dropped. There is even instructions on how to make the Sophia hat and pom-poms at the back. Now for our songs. I couldn't do a story time about neighbors without including the Mr. Rogers classic, Won't You Be My Neighbor? You'll have to imagine the soft piano music in the background. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, a beautiful day for a neighbor. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? It's a neighborly day in this beauty wood, a neighborly day for a beauty. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? I have always wanted to have a neighbor just like you. I've always wanted to live in a neighborhood with you. So let's make the most of this beautiful day. Since we're together, we might as well say, would you be mine? Could you be mine? Won't you be my neighbor? Won't you please? Won't you please? Please won't you be my neighbor? Hi, neighbor. For my second song, I needed help from a friend, and so I asked Becky, and she said yes. And this song is called Hello Neighbor, and you need a partner for it. And it goes like this. Hello, neighbor, what do you say? It's gonna be a beautiful day. Greet your neighbor, boogie on down, give a bump and turn around. I hope you enjoyed making your flowers, and I hope you give them to a neighbor to thank them for a kindness or to spread joy. You can pick up your Storytime craft packet at the lower floor desk in the library. The library will be closed on Tuesday, July 4th for Independence Day, but please join us on Wednesday, July 5th at 3 p.m. where we're going to have a family movie and free popcorn. We have outside family story time on Fridays at 10:30 And on Mondays at 10:30 inside is baby story time. See you soon.